www.hypnotherapy.org.
Alright, today here we have Alyssa. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Alyssa.
I'm 19 years old. I live in Lynn, Mass. I work full-time at a law office in Beverly, Mass. I live with my boyfriend in Swampscott. My parents live in Lynn, so I stay at his house in Swampscott. And soon I'll be moving in with him, so I'll be on my own very shortly. I'm at this point just trying to save up some money so I can go back to school and hopefully get a master's degree in law. That's what I would like to pursue. I'd love to be a prosecutor, although I know you have to start out in defense. That's what I'm heading towards, is a law degree.
So, where do you live?
Well, my mom and my dad live in Lynn, and I'm in the process of just helping my mom out a little bit more, and once she's steady, I'm going to be moving out into Swampscott on my own.
And you found this place easily, right, today?
Well,
the easiest building to find in the entire world.
I usually just ask to make sure just in case, which I should have in this case because somehow I thought that the office was located in Cambridge, which it isn't. It's definitely in Boston, so it was a little hard to find it, but luckily I made it.
We're glad to have you here today.
I am too, and thank you for giving me the opportunity.
So tell me more about what your aspirations are in life.
Well, like I said, right now I'm 19, I'm pretty young. I still have, I want to be in school till about 24, 25. I know that I can make it to get my master's degree by then. I want to own a house by the time I'm 27. That is my #1 goal in life, is to own a house. And I'm at a really good job right now. I love it, working at a law office in Beverly, like I had said. And if I can, I will stay there for the rest of my life. I'm getting so much experience and training and knowledge. And it's really just opening a lot of doors for me. So actually, at this point in my life, I feel more ready than I think I ever have right now. It seems like everything's going in the right direction and everything's working its way up slowly. So one thing I'd love to get a hold on is my addiction to cigarettes, because it's just such a waste of money. For one, it's a waste of money, and for two, I will be in work and go have a cigarette and come back in, and all I can smell is the smell of cigarettes coming off me, and it's very unattractive. And I just should have been a little smarter back in my younger years and never started. But I'm working on it.
How long have you been a smoker?
Well, since I was 13, so 6 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 6 years.
What was the motivation to start smoking when you were 13?
I think it was because my parents smoked and my older brother smoked, and it was just around me. It was no one else's decision but my own. No one else influenced it, but I really strongly believe that having it around me so much and having it available at pretty much any time was a key factor in me starting. Because I actually remember when I was younger going through like my mother's ashtray and taking the little cigarettes out and thinking I was cool, and no one was there to tell me not to, so I guess that's just what happened.
So when is the point when you decided that you need to quit smoking?
But when I got my dog, right now, I've been with my boyfriend for almost 2 years, and as I had said before, we're in the process of moving in together, and I'm going to, start doing things on my own, having my own place with him. We got a dog about 6 or 7 months ago, and she's like a baby to me. She's my little girl, and I love her so much, and she's just a big ball of energy. And one thing that I've noticed more than anything is that when I take her to the beach, or if I take her to the woods, or to the park, you know, it's 10 minutes after I start playing with her, I sit down and I'm pooped, and she still wants to play. And you know, I've talked to a lot of people, and one of the most important things is for her to get her exercise and get her out and get her running. And I want to be able to do that with her. I don't want her to have to sit in the house with me because you know, I can't run around like I used to be. You know, I can feel it. It's just, it's so overwhelming, the feeling when you run for 5-10 minutes and then you just can't even breathe. And it's sad too. You know, I can't keep up with my friends, and I can't, you know, do a lot of things. Going out to dinner, I have to excuse myself from the table to go outside. So it's really become more of an inconvenience than anything.
And you also don't want your dog to get cancer, right?
Absolutely.
People getting cancer, that's fine. But like when the
my
dogs
dog
start to get cancer,
can't let anything happen to my dog.
You can't have that. Yeah. How do your family feel about you know, you smoking?
They were disappointed.
Oh yeah.
I definitely
was there a moment when they found out that you smoke?
When was there, or how was it?
Was there a moment where your parents discovered that you were a smoker?
Well, my mom, I hid it from my mom for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So she would get the hint, or she would smell the smoke in my bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
But eventually I turned 18 and she couldn't really say anything. So then I came out with it and told her. I told my father when I started, and because I'm closer with him than I am with my mother. And he pretty much said that he really couldn't lecture me about it because he smokes also, but he obviously, you know, warned me about the downsides and how it's not worth it and how he regrets smoking, and so he was there. But I definitely think they were both disappointed to see me follow down their path, and knowing that I'm going to end up like them, you know, coughing and not being able to breathe, using inhalers. It's crazy. I don't, you know, it's, I feel like it's someone's choice if they're going to smoke, and, you know, why choose to have cancer? Why choose to be out of breath so quickly? You know, why choose all these problems? And especially, I'm trying to stay pretty, you know?
Well, you are pretty.
And that's not going to help. Smoking cigarettes isn't going to help, so it's another thing.
Well, you know, I don't smoke, and
look at you, you're so handsome.
she's going to have a great future in this industry, and you know, I get ID'd all the time. People think that I'm 18 or 16. Yeah. See,
everybody thinks I'm older than I am. And
no way.
Eventually, it's not going to flatter me anymore.
So, just picture yourself in the future, Alyssa. Picture yourself as a non-smoker. What kind of thoughts will be going through your head?
Not thinking about smoking cigarettes. I can picture breathing in and just feeling better inside, and no more ashtrays in my house to, you know, dirty it up. And, you know, you don't know how many times I've knocked over my ashtray and the ashes have gone everywhere on the rug, and it's just caused a big disaster.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in all aspects of life, it'll change. It'll be a lot different. You know, just cutting that one part out, that one cigarette, just taking that out of my life will completely change pretty much all aspects of my life, from waking up in the morning to going home, to go to bed, to going out with my friends. Like I said, a lot of my friends don't smoke, and I just feel outcast when I have to go outside and smoke a cigarette by myself in the cold weather, you know, and things like that. I mean, the thoughts that will go through my head is, you know, I'm not stupid anymore. You know, I got my head straight. I figured out what was right, finally.
And how would you feel when you stop smoking?
I'd feel proud of myself.
Oh, yeah.
Proud, really, I would. I believe in myself that I can do it, but I've never tried stopping cold turkey. I've tried using the nicotine, the gum, the Nicoderm, I'm not sure what it's called. I've tried the gum, and that worked okay, but I didn't stick with it. you know, and I like to use stress as an excuse, but stress is no excuse. I'll just feel proud of myself.
Okay. Tell me about the stress that you're experiencing.
Well, okay. At my home with my mom and my dad, they're struggling with paying the bills and the rent and things, and because my dad just got in a pretty bad accident and he's out of work right now. So I believe that, you know, my mother took care of me for so long. I'm going to do everything I can to help her. But there's a line where you have to help yourself. And a lot of the stress that's been coming into my life lately is trying to find that line where I either help myself or I help my mom, who has, you know, brought me so far and given me so much. So it's really a battle with myself, trying to determine whether I should take a step forward for myself or help my mom take a step forward for herself. Because, you know, I want to help her in any way I can. But at the same time, I want to grow and I want to prosper. So, you know, it's hard balancing it out. You know?
Okay. Let's say you're in the future and you're that Alyssa that you know don't smoke anymore and she forgot about smoking. What kind of activity would she be doing that she's not doing right now?
I would be snowboarding and rollerblading, and I would love to go skydiving. I think I would have a panic attack though if I did. I'd just hyperventilate. Oh, but it would be so fun. I wouldn't worry about so much. I'd be going out to eat more. I'd be more social. Oh, geez, everything would change. Everything. You know, all the physically demanding things that I've wanted to do that I get discouraged from doing, I'd be able to do finally. Like I said, snowboarding or dirt bike riding and just everything like that. I'd love to go surfing even, but every time I try something I get 10 minutes into it and I'm just so exhausted and I can't catch my breath, you know, and it really discourages me. It's holding me back, definitely.
You like skiing?
I've never tried skiing. I've tried snowboarding.
Cool.
And it was a blast, but like I said, after about 20 minutes, I just had to sit down for a half hour while everybody else kept going. And it really, like I said, it's discouraging. It's depressing to watch everybody else, you know, having fun while I'm trying to catch
Well, to your credit, it is a pretty exhausting sport.
Yeah.
Most people need to take a break.
Right,
after
right.
20 minutes.
Yeah, maybe it's just me going up against them who are pretty much professionals, but, you know.
And how often do you exercise?
I like to believe that my daily routine is exercise.
Okay.
But I exercise maybe twice a week at the most.
Okay.
So not as much as I should.
What do you do?
I'll go running with my dog. With the cold weather coming, I haven't been able to do that much. But before, I'd go rollerblading down the beach. There's a strip of the beach that's probably, I'd say, like a mile and a half.
Okay.
So we go back and forth. Just things like that. Yeah.
It's perfectly okay to run in the snow.
My dog's scared of the snow.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
a baby.
What kind of a dog is it?
She's a pit bull.
Oh.
But she's just such a...
It's a shy pit bull.
She's a shy pit bull, and she thinks that she's still a little baby. She's a year... No, she's only like 7 months, but still, she thinks that she's a lap dog. It's so cute. So, but yeah, she won't go out in the rain. She won't go out in the snow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's very babied. Spoiled her a little too much.
So this is great. Have you been hypnotized before?
No, I haven't.
Tell us what you know about hypnosis.
Well, I know that it's not what I had originally thought, which is completely out of it, you know, doesn't know what's going on. And the only reason why I know this is because my father has gotten hypnotized before. So actually I don't know, I'm just going by what he told me. But he had told me that it's pretty much just your subconscious, you know, learning how to, I don't know the word, interpret things maybe a little differently than you usually would. and things like that. So I don't know a lot, actually, you know, I just kind of get the idea.
Yeah, so that is a correct kind of way of looking at hypnosis. You will not be unconscious, you will not be knocked out. It will feel most like just before you fall asleep. You know.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you're still aware of what's going on. You still have your cognitive function intact, but there will be some different way of associating different images that flashes before your eyes.
Okay.
Some people say that they see things more clear at that state of mind. I know for some time that right before I fall asleep, I figure out everything in life.
Right.
But then I forgot it. And I think, I don't want to go to sleep, and then I fell asleep. Yeah. I cannot make you do things against your will or anything that is immoral. I do not make people quack like a chicken.
Could you if you tried?
No, because chicken doesn't quack.
Oh. That was good.
And nobody is going to get stuck in hypnosis. If for some reason something happened and I had a heart attack here, and and you're under hypnosis, what do you think is going to happen?
I hope I'd be able to help you.
Okay. Thanks for saying that. I feel very assured.
I'd definitely be able to.
Okay, that's great. But I think the answer I'm looking for is you're just going to fall into a deep and natural state of sleep, and then wake up just like you have slept.
Okay.
Yeah. So, is there questions before we begin?
That period before you fall asleep, when you're just about to fall asleep, I've heard, well not heard, but I think I might have read things about that particular time before you're going to fall asleep in books in the past. Exercises where you would count down from like 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and picture different images in your head as you're falling asleep, and it's supposed to help you maybe control certain aspects of your dream or your sleep stages. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what I was reading about, but I remember a little bit about that, that subject.
Very, very true. You can actually control what you're about to dream at night. All you have to do is tell yourself, I'm going to go into sleep right now, and I'm going to have a lot of wonderful dreams, and I'll remember these dreams perfectly in the morning.
That's all you have to do?
And you say to yourself, I want to dream about this, and be specific in what the images that you want to see, and just count backwards from 10 to 1. And the trick is to not think about what you wish for. Yeah.
I tried it once, and that's exactly what happened. I had thought about the image, and then I started falling asleep, and I didn't think about it.
Right.
And I dreamt about it.
Yeah.
Right before I fell asleep, I didn't think about it, and then I dreamt about it. That's funny that you mentioned that.
Like, this is like I do things a little bit different from other hypnotists and psychologists, right? Other psychologists and hypnotists, which I think they're great. They like to. The analogy is like they want their suggestion to run hot. That means that you have to constantly be thinking about that you're a non-smoker, and you have to do things to make sure that you're not smoking. I think my method is a little bit different from them, and I'm just saying this because since you talk about how you fall asleep and not think about it. What I would like to do, and what is going to happen is that the suggestion is going to run cold. That means that you're not going to think about it. It's just going to happen naturally.
Okay.
And automatically. And and you don't have to think about being a non-smoker. You would just be a non-smoker. It's just like falling asleep, and when you want to dream about something, right?
Right.
And the important thing that I would advise that other psychologists and hypnotists would advise the opposite. Is that I don't want you to think that you're a non-smoker.
Okay.
I don't want you to think that you're a smoker. Just just forget about it.
Right.
Just be yourself.
Right. Just go
and
on
carry
with the day.
Yeah, go on with the day.
Okay.
And things is going to happen automatically. A few days ago, I had a friend who has a small anger management problem where I think he's an investment banker, and he would have sometimes he'll have like outbursts in his office. And we did a session, and I told him, whenever you feel an anger is coming on, you would just find the anger subside, and we'll drift into space. And I used this method. And I haven't seen him for a week, and then I saw him again, and he told me about his workday, and then all of a sudden he realized, I haven't had an outburst for an entire week. So it's about the way I do it is that I wanted to read one code, and you don't have to think and tell yourself that you're not a smoker. You don't have to tell yourself that you're a smoker. I would strongly advise you to throw away all the cigarettes and lighters and ashtrays, if that is possible. Do you live with smokers?
Well, it's to the point now where my mother goes outside and my father goes outside to smoke cigarettes. And I do too, I have to. I have a younger sister who she has diabetes and asthma, so we smoke outside. So
maybe it's a good thing to bring your whole family on the show next time.
Well, that's why I had asked you earlier, because my mother's very interested in it, and I would love to see her stop smoking too. I would love to see it.
It helps a lot when you're doing with a buddy.
Right.
When you're not surrounded by smokers, you will not be reminded that you need to smoke, right? Yeah. So that would help a lot. Make sure that there are no ashtrays in your house. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you bring smoke with you today?
No, I didn't. No.
Okay.
I did not.
We were just going to do an experiment afterwards, but that's fine.
Okay. I did have a few cigarettes though on the way.
Oh, all right.
That's okay, right?
But those are the last ones.
Those are the last ones, and that's the only reason why I had them. I said, this is my last one, so
okay.
I'm ready.
You're right.